Well, joined this morning by Professor Osarenren, who is a professor of education psychology, University of Lagos, and former Commissioner for Education in Edo State. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. I'm a counseling psychologist, not educational psychology.
Apologies for that one.
Thank you.
Well, now that that decision has been taken by the minister, the impression people get is he wants to do it to improve the environment such that people can gain access and ultimately improve the quality of education. You think that is a well thought out strategy, announcing that?
It's a little bit uncomfortable for me. When I saw that on the news, I thought I had some hearing problem, and I didn't have any. Because a decision like this is not something you just take without thinking it through. In the first place, how did Post-UTME come about? Post-UTME came about when those of us in the universities saw that there was no correlation between the scores the students are bringing in from JAMB and their performance. You have a high-scoring student, and on that basis you admit the student. And that high-scoring student, by the second semester of 100 level, is advised to withdraw because of poor performance. If you were such a high flyer, you scored 280, you scored 300, you scored 270 over 400, that presupposes that you're a very, very intelligent student. And that intelligence should reflect in the university. But we are not seeing that. And because of the headache, in quotes, that we had, marking scripts that people could barely write one correct sentence, that was the genesis of Post-UTME. We want to be sure of the quality of students we are bringing in. You bring in, and you know there's this carrying capacity that you must adhere to. If your carrying capacity is 100, no matter the number of students or candidates that have applied to your university, and they have scored, even if they have scored 250 and above, is the best 100 that you are supposed to take. So this whole issue of 180, 200 does not even help matters. And with this announcement of scrapping Post-UTME, we are creating serious problems for those students who don't have people to assist them in writing JAMB.
Did the Post-UTME was it able to take care of that
you see, Post-UTME
corrupt practice of coming to influence admission?
I'm talking from knowledge background. Post-UTME has helped us and helped students. Some students that did not have untoward advantage during the JAMB exam, they've scored pass mark. And when they now come to Post-UTME, where there's a level playing ground, they do well, and they're coming. They do well and they're coming. So what is the problem? With this floodgate that has been opened, number one, the free access will not be there. If you go to JAMB website, you will see is a strong instruction: no university would overshoot its carrying capacity. You cannot go. So even if 1.2 has scored 1.2 million 1.2 million people have scored 180 and above. How many can we take in? There's no university that can take in, even the very big federal universities, that can take in more than 10, 12,000.
You know, if this is really about...
I'm sorry,
about testing...
sorry. And this other aspect of saying that universities are using it to make money,
that's why I actually was coming
is embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. Because if Channels is a known brand, make attempts to come whenever, or if you had gone when they're writing Post-UTME, what did they pay? It's administrative charges. It's not that the students are paying 1,005,000. Usually I think it's 1,000 naira. I don't know anywhere they pay more than 2,000 naira. And that is what you are using to get, plus past questions that you use to prepare for the exam. Compare that with the amount that is paid for JAMB exam. So, I don't know. The students are going to be the ones to bear the brunt. Because if a university has 1,000, or has over 100, assuming 100,000, that has scored 180 and above, and their carrying capacity is 5,000, how are they going to do that?
What do you think has gone wrong? Because you've been a commissioner of education, you should understand.
What I think has gone wrong.
You've been a commissioner of education. You're also a counselor. You also speak to students to guide them in knowing what to do in terms of the educational pursuit. But it would seem as if those, as you highlighted, who came before universities would have scored fantastic points. And by the time they come before your own examination or test body, some of them seem to drop the points.
They're lost.
What do you think went wrong?
You see, there's increasing impression that education is a free-for-all, that you don't have to attach importance to education. If you sit down and check very well, the appointments that have been made, even at the federal level or at the state level, our Minister for Education is not an educationist. He's not. Go to the states. Many of the states have their commissioners of education as either lawyers or they are very loyal party members. And people will come and be shouting, education is falling. We have building structures is not education. It goes beyond that. It's a steady thing. Yes, some states have built new structures and all that. But what about the teachers? What about the students themselves? Are we motivating them? And who is going to motivate them? Is it the teacher that is not motivated herself or himself that will motivate the students? So these are hydra-headed problems.